Convertibles or ragtops, whatever you want to call them. There aren't really any electric ones, but this new electric cabrio, convertible, ragtop, whatever you want to call it, it is $14,000. And I predict it will own the electric convertible market for the next few years. It's actually better than it looks. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Welcome to all the new subscribers, and welcome back everyone else. Thanks for tuning in, and thank you for supporting the channel. Thanks to our Patreon supporters. If you'd like to become a Patreon, I'll put a link in the description below. Really appreciate you guys. This channel wouldn't actually exist without the little bit of funding each of you provide us to make this all work. Now, we actually have done 2,000 videos over the past 18 months since we started this channel. So make sure if you are new to the channel, you check out some of those videos. A lot of those are about some of the incredible electric cars coming out of China. This is yet another one. This new EV apparently has nearly 300 kilometers of range. I'm not sure I'm buying that, but apparently it does. And it only costs $14,000. Yeah, $14,000 for an electric convertible with nearly 300 kilometers of range. Now there's one big proviso, there's one big elephant in the room. This is the smallest convertible in the world, but it does work, and apparently it will do 100 kilometers an hour. So it's not insanely dangerous if it's driven on a highway or a freeway. Unless, of course, it's involved in an accident. Then I'm not so sure how you would go. Pretty good chance you'd be squashed, right? But hey, you know what? We ride electric bicycles. We ride electric scooters all over the streets, all around the world. It's a lot safer than one of those. This vehicle was actually unveiled 18 months ago at the 2021 Shanghai Auto Show. The Wuling Hongwan Mini EV, which actually is part owned. I mean, this EV you're looking at right here is 33% made by General Motors. Kind of. I mean, they own 33% of this joint venture. How much of this car they actually make themselves, that's a different story. But General Motors would like to claim that they make it. They'll tell you that they do because they're the world's leading electric vehicle manufacturer. Anyhow, it's gone on sale in the Chinese market. Now, this drop-top model is the latest addition to the highly successful Hongwan Mini EV lineup, which actually was, I believe, the second best-selling EV in the world last year. And this is yet another version of the Hongwan Mini EV. I made a video about the Mini EV Game Boy back in April of 2022, and then there was the Mini EV Macaron last year. There's lots of variants of this car. There's lots of variants of similar cars to this in China. There's sport for choice over there. There's some really, really good options. This new EV Cabrio has the bigger battery pack too. However, this is one of the smallest convertibles, electric convertibles available in the world. As far as I know, it's actually the smallest. It's 3 meters long, or 3,059 millimeters. That's 120.4 inches. So, I mean, it's literally half the length of a Ford F-150, right? It's 1,521 millimeters wide. That's 59.9 inches. And it's 1,614 millimeters high, or 63.5 inches. It's got a 79.1 inch wheelbase. Unlike the 4-seat Mini EV hatchback that it's based on, this Cabrio model only has 2 seats, as there had to be somewhere for the roof to go into so it could be stored when it comes down. Makes sense, right? Speaking of the roof, it's a soft top and it comes in either red or black. The bodywork is available in 3 colors: blue, green, and black. Compared to the version unveiled in April of 2021, the Mini EV Cabrio has several updates, including the different lights. They're kind of more blocky and look a bit different. It's got a new DRL signature, higher roll bars behind the seats, and the removal of the door lower panel. So yeah, if you roll this, it does have roll bars. You won't squash your head, apparently, they say. Inside, the Mini EV Cabrio features the same dashboard as the Mini EV hatchback, except for a slightly different instrument panel screen. Basically, Wuling, General Motors, SAIC, they've updated the computer, they've updated the infotainment system, the actual LCD screen. It's actually pretty good. The steering wheel, door cards, and center tunnel also look the same. Now, Inside EVs say the base price is RMB 99,900, which is exactly 14,000 US dollars, making it one of the most affordable, in fact, the most affordable electric convertible in the world. In fact, it might be the only one you can even buy right now. For the money, customers get a single motor electric powertrain, which has 30 kilowatt, that's 40 horsepower. Doesn't sound like much, but it's more than enough to get this little thing going. And it has 110 newton meters of torque, that's 81 pound-feet. Now, I know that there are electric bicycles with more power than this, but it's still enough power, right? The motor on the rear axle drives the rear wheels, and it has a 26.5 kilowatt hour lithium iron phosphate battery pack, which is made by Guangzhou Great Power Energy and Technology. It gives a range, apparently, of 280 kilometers or 174 miles on China's CLTC test cycle. I call it the optimistic or fantastical test cycle. It's completely bogus. You could get that if you drove it down a hill, maybe, for 174 miles, but yeah, not in normal day-to-day driving. You're probably looking at a real-world range of maybe 200 kilometers, which is pretty good. Now, in terms of actual performance, it'll do 100 kilometers an hour at a top speed and accelerate from 0 to 50 kilometers an hour in 8 seconds. I'm going to guess to get to 100 might take you about 20 seconds and a slight downhill. Now, Wuling has reassured customers who might be worried about the Mini EV Cabrio's structural rigidity that about 65% of the vehicle's body is made of high-strength steel. It's a lot more expensive than the non-Cabrio, the non-convertible version. One of the key reasons is that high-strength steel. Additionally, the electric convertible comes standard with 2 airbags. Yeah, that's very 1995, isn't it? Automatic anti-lock braking system, ABS, and electronic brake force distribution, or EBD. That said, to be honest, it still wouldn't be a very particularly safe vehicle. But hey, 14,000 US dollars for a pretty fun car. I love it. I think it's awesome. And like I said, it is a lot safer than a bicycle or a skateboard, an electric skateboard, or many other electric kinds of mobiles getting around the streets these days. So what could go wrong with this, right? Well, you know what? I reckon not much. It's an EV. There's very few moving parts. And actually, the Wuling Hongwan Mini EV is known for being pretty decent quality. That's why they sell so incredibly well in China, where, believe it or not, consumers are actually quite demanding. If, for example, you buy an EV in China and then they find out that there's computing power that doesn't meet their standards, they demand improvements, and the Chinese consumers are actually very, very astute and demanding. So I think this car is probably better than it sounds. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Would you actually consider buying one of these if it was available in your country for 14,000 US dollars? I actually think a lot of people would. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.